I think I'd always wanted to kind of do it, but I never like actually got some gear or anything. And then like one of my friends died, and that was a person who we were gonna make music together at some point. So after that, I think that's when I decided
Oh man, so you kind of did it in memory of him.
a little bit,
So X is always two people.
maybe.
Damn, dude, trying to fuck with you and you give us that real story.
Damn, you asked.
I know, right? It's like music.
That's how it really happened.
Damn, that's
awesome.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not awesome.
He's like, I'm glad your friend died. He's like,
Where would I be?
I said, man's not hot. I said, a man's not hot. The girl told me, take off your jacket. I said, babes, man's not hot. Hop out the 4-door with the 4-4. It was 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chilling in the corridor. Your dad is 44. And he still call a man for a draw. Let him know. When I see him, I'm gonna spin his jaw. Take man kicks by force. Send man shot by force. Your girl knows I've got the force. No ketchup. Just sauce. Raw sauce. Boom. Yo. Bah. The thing goes up. Skitty tip pop pop. And the poop 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 boom. Skia. Poop 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 boom. Boom boom.
yeah, podcast and stuff. Boom. Started. Yeah, this is going to be interesting because I feel like I'm used to diving deep, but I don't know if we have time to dive deep. So it might be like a quickie. It might be like a one-night stand.
Word. Nah, it's all good, man.
We'll
Thanks
see
for
what happens.
Yeah, thanks for doing this at short notice and shit.
Oh, it's all good, man. Who am I here with today?
My name is Josh, and I go by Jace Spockey. And
I'm Xavier. Xavier Gilmore.
That's it. No other.
That's
No
it.
X-Man. No nothing.
and together we run Forum.
What is the forum?
I'd say it's really unorganized and loose
That's what's up.
shows, and at the end we try to have like some space open for some random people to come in and plug their USBs in and have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a nice open format way to share music.
Yeah.
He's not mad enthusiastic about that.
Dude, yeah. He's been drinking all day, and I just woke up from a nap, so like we're super high energy right now. That's why I'm doing the Red Bull.
I got you.
But
It's you wouldn't even know it's your birthday. It's like man, chill.
so,
Damn, son. No one's carrying none. I'm gonna have to carry this. I got it. I did this 2
ask
nights
us some
ago.
questions, man.
All right.
Some questions.
What the hell is the goal for them?
Let's see.
I know
say
you
like
actually explained, but long term, what's the long term goal for them? Because I know you won't play the real venues, like you're doing DIY for life right now.
yeah, for sure. Well, one is like I don't know anybody who runs any of the venues, and I'm not a people person, so it's easier to talk to DIY art galleries and stuff. Then, what we're really trying to do is like I guess what subculture was originally supposed to do, which was bridge gaps between genres in the music scene. But we were focused more on electronic music.
Just like silent hype man. As soon as silent hype man, he's like, I agree.
And but yeah, we don't just want to have electronic acts. We want to have like like a punk band here or a grind band, or do some like maybe like hey
like the noise people at Guadalupe.
Yeah, say if we want to do like a noise show, is say fuck it, we got a lot of noise heads
Or ambient show, or
Ambient
just
show.
more progressive electronic type
Yeah.
music, or not even electronic, like you said. Just
you know how everyone's got their clicks and stuff.
Yeah,
man. We're
yeah.
just trying to get rid of that.
Smash the
Yeah.
clicks. Hawk smash.
Mm-hmm.
Got
Yeah.
you.
So
I think another goal is to be able to support everyone who plays or contributes.
mm-hmm.
I'll pay for the people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's real hard at
Encourage
low
that
tier. That's
exchange.
real.
it's hard, man, but it's worth it though.
Yeah.
In the long run.
I think for you, you should totally move that closer.
Yeah.
Move it closer.
Yeah. Just like to the left, like it's beyond. Or that works too. Yeah. Because I know you
How
on your
about
fat
that?
joke game right now. Yeah, you leaning back and everything.
Yeah, we're chilling.
That was the first mention by you, not even me, by subculture.
Well, I mean, because subculture had a lot of, I don't want to say notoriety, because we didn't really get, we just had some blurbs here and there in the essay current, but I mean, people knew us from subculture, and I mean, I was repping that pretty hard, so it's the only way I could try to explain for them, you know. It's basically subculture 2.0, but a little looser. It was more closed subculture. This is anyone can join, you know. If you got something
And then
to offer.
that one had a lot of, I guess, personalities. Like
versus
this is probably maybe what you wanted it to be.
A little more,
because I'm sure everybody had their own idea of what they wanted it to be. You know, like.
Yeah, no one really knew what it was, to be honest, man. It was going in a lot of different directions, and there was a lot of ideas floating around. Like I wanted like 8 subs, and Aaron wanted something else. You know, I wanted to do stuff with bike rides, and you know.
And he probably wanted like 8 3D things. VRs
Yeah,
and all that.
like augmented reality and shit.
Yeah. He's like he's probably our Falcon fucker. He's probably.
I was listening to that earlier today. It was a cool interview, man.
I don't even think we talked about it there, but I feel like that's what happened. He started off in music, and then he became, people will pay me for this video stuff, so then he kind of kept going that way, and then music has not come back yet. One day it might, probably won't, but.
Yeah, it's hard to kind of keep that balance.
Yeah.
Sometimes get wrapped up in certain things.
I mean, it's the sadness, man. Like, I feel like I make that decision, and I always choose the wrong choice every day. You could do your thing and make no money, or you could serve someone else's dream. And I keep fucking up and picking my thing. Like, I keep trying
I'm the
to
same
pick.
way, man. I could probably make some money, you know, renting out the subs. Here and there, but
like young Dacos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Young Dacos.
Yeah, it wasn't that young, but I mean, like, I should be.
This should be new
I just remember the high
That was
tones.
a few years ago.
I just remember high tones. Like, I know that was like probably one of the great venues at the time. Maybe it still is. I don't know. I haven't been there years, but it was one of the great venues of the Strip.
Mm-hmm.
But they would always use Daco sub. Like, can't even have their own gear. I'm like,
they had 2 monitors, didn't they? I think.
Yeah,
they had 2
It
monitors
was
like hanging or something.
the goal of playing there was less like, this place is awesome, and more like, this place will pay because it's an autofill, we used to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it didn't matter who was playing there. If it was DJ iPod or somebody human.
Well, that's how Phantom Room was. I remember one night there was a girl DJing, and then her phone, she was just playing music from her phone because she got a call on her phone and
Oh my gosh.
interrupted the song.
And she took the call.
She
Did you get to hear it? Like
yeah, and I was like, damn, man.
The pop.
Yeah.
And take the cord out.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Some people get paid for that, you know.
That's lucky people. My only thing with Phantom Room, I only went there a handful of times. Is it even open now?
I think it's
Feel
getting
like
there.
okay, but my only negative with them is that one just seemed only for DJs, versus like
They have
high
bands,
tones.
They have
was
bands,
everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah, because I had multiple rooms there.
But they had the 2 rooms. I mean, outside, no one plays outside, right? Because
No.
that's like a little baby spot. So yeah, but they're just the way they're set up. They seem, at least the stages are set up for DJs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every time I would go, it was always DJs. I mean, I didn't go a lot, but
Yeah. What do you go for, like the live music or like live beat sets? Or
I think
just
I'm a horrible person because like I think I only somewhere along the line, many years even before I know you guys, like I transcended into like maybe I like this stuff into like I only like this stuff if I'm doing it or if I'm supporting a friend. And if it's not if I'm not working in some capacity or like supporting a friend, I almost have no interest in being there. There's like a handful of people that I ever want to see live, and they're usually not in America. You know, like
I feel you. No,
So-
yeah, it's the same way with me, man.
yeah.
I try to make it out to shows, support, man, but you know, I'm tired most of the time, and I
it's
work
hard.
a lot and stuff. So.
It's hard because it's like most of us, you know, I'm not currently right now, but most of us, like, we have the 40 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, yeah, but now I'm supposed to put my time into my thing, but then my time into watching you do your thing, you know.
Exactly,
and it's like,
yeah. And
well,
then,
when do you get to do your thing, you know what I mean?
and what are they like? Say like, there's no one coming out to support you and what you're doing.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So
I think once the artist thinks that way, it's kind of they're shooting themselves in the face, pretty much. It's like because I think at that point their ego probably exceeded what they are like. On the one hand, I get it, you want people there. On the other hand, like if you think that one, you're probably on the way down anyway, because you probably won't keep doing it without that. You know what I mean? And two, like if you were that good, you probably have people there. You know, like. Yeah, and I know there's all these other bullshit politics that we don't want to deal with, like you're saying, the people person and marketing and all this other boring shit that I hate. But
you got to market yourself, got to get a following, social media.
But that's the game, man. I mean, like, sorry, like if you don't like this game, like, you know, remove the cartridge and put another one in.
Yeah, man.
You know, like,
I pretty much checked myself out, but I mean, we still get, you know, some crowds, and you know, we got to bait people with free beer.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, but now this is a different thing you're doing. I just meant in general when you're doing it that way. I think that's why I was real unhappy. Because I think when music was, I hate saying that phrase, but my life, I put so much of my shit in there, you know, that when that shit was failing, I would just fucking bomb, and then I'd argue with you, you know, like when I first met you, you know.
He was telling me about that story the first time,
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous, but that's how real friends are born. The guy I do the show with, Kaiser, we were enemies twice in life.
Oh, no way?
Yeah.
No way. I wouldn't have never known.
Yeah, New York wouldn't do that.
But y'all talk to each other differently, though, man. Y'all can, like, I wouldn't say talking shit, but y'all are pretty, like, I don't know, honest.
Yeah, you don't even know. I had this phone call with him the other day. This is the stuff that really needs to be on the podcast, where he was just fucking, like, just shitting on me, like anything I wanted. Not like fuck Abe, but it was more like, well, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to do that? And like he's just playing devil's advocate. It doesn't matter what answer I'm gonna do. He's just gonna berate me, and it's just fucking crushing my mental.
Damn.
And it's just like, man, like you're the only one who can do this to me. Like I just feel like a bitch.
Dang, man.
But it's good though, because like I feel like, not that I'm better than anyone, but I feel like most of the time when I talk to people, I'm like trying to change their mindset, even if I'm not doing it. But like the stuff I'm talking about is usually different to them.
Yeah.
And he's the only one that can kind of like do that for me, where it's like, you're a fucking idiot, Abe. Like, you know. Like,
so he's like a reality check.
I didn't mean for him to be. It just kind of
it just happens.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good friend, right?
Yeah.
Someone who can.
I've only seen that dude once since 2013. And that was last year. But we just keep in contact. His wife calls me Boquisha.
Calls you what?
Boquisha.
Boquisha.
Yeah. Feel like he just lost respect for me. He's giving me that look like,
this dude
I don't know if I want to hang out with you no more. But yeah. Nah, because I think his wife sees us and it's like we're like two little girls or something. It's like
it's funny when y'all start talking about hip hop.
Oh yeah.
Start getting those arguments,
battle and stuff. Because I approach it from music and he approaches it from hip hop.
Yeah.
The culture. Sure. That's why Drake doesn't count or any of this other stuff.
It's like real cut and dry. Like
yeah.
There's no real middle ground.
But a lot of times, for both of us, it's like, who knows if we even believe any of this shit. We just might be fighting each other.
Yeah, it might just be talking shit.
That was my Ryu Ken, too, for fighting games. Like, because that was my any games. That was my quote-unquote rival.
Word.
So, yeah, like...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were telling me about that.
So I spent my whole life playing him, too, in the arcades and at home and shit, so... But, yeah. So, I'm sorry that the Abe history snuck in there.
Nah, it's all good.
But I feel like, how are we gonna get this man to talk?
Ain't happening.
I feel like he's just chilling. You know? He's like, I got a beer. Life's good. He won't even acknowledge now. He just like I'm like, I'm never gonna be able to get your levels because you just won't talk.
I'm here. I was just letting y'all talk. Y'all having your little little conversation.
Yo, man, what got you in your music? You have to talk.
What's
now.
your favorite band?
No. What got you? Like, why? What made you even want to like make it? Like, what gave you the poison? What was the snake? You know, that like now you have to do this too and submit your life to depression.
You mean like the real, like when I really tried to?
Yeah, like what made you like really like, all right, like even want like you're hearing it, but like I could do that too, or I want to do that too, whatever it was, you know.
I think I'd always wanted to kind of do it, but I never like actually got some gear or anything, and then like one of my friends died, and that was a person who we were gonna make music together at some point. So after that, I think that's when I decided to.
Oh man, so you kind of did it in memory of him.
A little bit.
So X is always two people.
Maybe.
Damn, dude, trying to fuck with you and you give us that real story.
Damn, you asked.
I know, right? It's like music.
That's how it really happened.
Damn, that's
awesome.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not awesome.
He's like, I'm glad your friend died.
Where would I be?
You know. See, that's why I gotta wake up, man.
Well, what we're gonna do, I'm sure laughing exudes some type of chemicals from our thing, and that will happen. What made you join the failing profession of musician?
Music? I didn't think of a musician. I'm just a fan of music. I just so happen to come out with a track every once in a great while.
Yeah.
But I think it was shit, man. It was all the way from when I was little, dude. Like my mom used to play all these freestyle tracks and stuff, and I was just really into them. And I just like all the little
like 80s freestyle,
90s, like early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. And
how old was your mom? I'm like, she's like jamming freestyle.
She's now at the time I think she was like 23 or something.
Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and I still remember I was like maybe 5 when I first heard that stuff. But I didn't start getting into it like actual production until Aaron gave me like a crack copy of Free Loops.
Oh,
and I was like,
what's the number so I can timeline it?
I don't even remember, man. Maybe it was like 5.
Okay.
Free Loop, yeah, 5 or 6, and because what are they up to right now? 12?
I think so.
Fuck.
We started around like 3.5 era. That's when we started.
Shit.
And that's when I was just the downloader guy. I didn't even have any of the musical talent, so I would play with it, but I didn't know nothing, a key or a note, so I was just making junk. Like it wasn't even like real music. I would just give up because I didn't know what to do.
Oh, okay.
But I don't really start till like I'm 20 plus, and yeah, back around Reason 3 or 4, one of those. But yeah.
Yeah, it was maybe 2005 when I started really producing, like getting serious with that. I'd get like what was it? I'd just get my brother and sister, like they had like these toy keyboards that they never used, so I took them apart and I was looking up videos on YouTube like how to circuit bend stuff, and like if you touch the little microchip or whatever and touch a key, it makes a cool weird sound. And I'd have like a shitty little MP3 recorder and I'd record that and then load it up to Free Loops and just kind of fuck with it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, up until recently I think Subculture was my first official like release, but I had released something on Bandcamp myself like a couple of years later before that, like 2012 or something.
Yeah, man, if you ever want to get on the real stuff, I mean, I can teach you that real easy. Like the Spotifys and all that nonsense, like for your own or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man. Like because I want to eventually release stuff on like under Forum, like not like as a label, but just something. I guess would be technical.
Yeah. I think that's another goal
to do that.
To release music.
Yeah, like I mean, I could show you how to get it on those real platforms, like.
But I don't know how I feel about those other platforms,
like Spotify's and stuff.
Yeah,
I get it. But at the same time, that's where the people are, dude. So, I mean, like, if you really don't want the people, then I guess then it is what it is, But at the same time, like, this...
But then you say it like that.
Well, because it's like, look, I mean, like, we might hate the game, but at the same time, dude, like, this is where they are. Like, unfortunately, for better or worse, like, SoundCloud is dying, Like, I probably wouldn't even be on there. Like, I use them as hosting too for this show, So I mean, like they still serve a great purpose for me. But like, man, even though there's still music success stories on SoundCloud, like that shit's getting rarer and rarer to see, man.
I don't think I've had a legit follower in
right?
years, man.
Right?
It's all these like sex bots and stuff.
Which I don't understand. I don't even like. I was trying to get to the bottom of that. Like, where is the profitability? Like, is that the fan base for the sex bots? like,
I don't know, man.
these
They must
producers,
be-
like, they're always in the room, right? They must jerk off. Like,
Yeah,
I don't.
right, which is true, but I mean, like, I don't know how.
Yeah, they use cookies.
But I just don't understand. Like, because we're going to that website, it's not even a visual, thing we're looking for on that website. We're looking for music. We're looking for auditorial things. Those sex bots don't even have like porn noises. Like, at least attack it logically. You know what I mean? Like, at least all those users should have like porn
Clips?
noises.
like, like soundtracks.
Yeah.
Of the actual.
Both actually, both the
Both?
music and just them like like fucking and all that crazy shit. I mean, it just makes sense versus like, look, I'm coming here, I'm trying to get. Oh, look, a fan must be messaging me. Oh, like they want to fuck me and they're using a weird font.
They want you to click on the link so that you get more access to your cookies or whatever.
Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, that all makes sense, but it's just like
It's a
what
lot,
we're
man.
there for. Like that's not even close. So I just don't understand like who's really
It's
going
just-
for that. Yeah.
It's just
So,
all.
ooh, I got a new hot fan.
But it's not even trying though. There's
Their
no
names
picture of a pretty girl.
Oh.
It's usually user 24567. I'm like,
That's
did
because they
Aphex
probably-
Twin just
They
message me?
probably got to it before.
I mean,
the
I'm sure in the
SoundCloud
very beginning,
protection
but I
people.
don't know.
The security already got to the bot before you got to see the
Okay.
fake picture.
Oh shit.
Something like that.
So SoundCloud, that's why they're going out of business. They wasted all their money on IT.
Yeah, probably. They shut down the whole building. Right?
Yeah.
They got rid of everybody. And
Yeah,
the
man.
CEO doesn't want to leave or something. They're
Yeah,
trying to-
that was a
they're
weird article. Like,
trying to fire him. But
yeah, they voted him off, but he's like, I don't know about this.
He said, "I don't think so."
I'm not interested in this.
Dang, look who it is.
Yeah,
Yo, get in
So-
on this, man.
it's gonna interrupt people's podcasts and shit.
Yeah, man.
What's up?
Get in front of the
How you
camera. This is
That was Richard.
this is Richard. He's part of the entourage.
Damn,
And,
these nuts. That's his DJ name.
Man,
These nuts.
Teabag your podcast.
Yeah, I know.
Nice. I got that. Oh, soak this in water, man.
It's all good.
It's nasty or what?
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, that was the keg delivery system. So
That's what's up.
No.
But yeah, like how many non-musicians right now in this day? Because I think there was a point where I was meeting them, but I feel like now we're going to Spotify. How many non-musicians have you met that listen to SoundCloud? You know, or Bandcamp? Non-musicians
Not many.
that they're just like, oh fuck Spotify.
There's
I'm not-
yeah.
Yeah.
I know maybe 2 people from Facebook out of like
That really use
that
SoundCloud.
really use SoundCloud to listen to music.
Yeah.
I mean, I use it for that too.
But you're a musician.
I use it to
makes
find
sense.
music. I
Yeah,
use it to
the
find,
same
not-
thing.
not
But you're a
to-
musician.
Yeah.
I just use it for mixes or something, man. But I mean, I really don't use Spotify or Apple Music or anything like that.
I know. I don't either, but those are. Well, actually, I do. My sister has like a
I wonder if I
Spotify account,
would.
but if she didn't have a Spotify, I wouldn't have it. Cause it's
Is it just easier to use than SoundCloud or?
It's not that it's easier to use, but like. So I think like what SoundCloud had, I won't go with the whole SoundCloud tangent, but what SoundCloud had that I think gave them power initially is like all these weirdos were making music, right? That
Mhm.
they're not even real artists. So it's all this different stuff. Because I remember one day I met my cousin a long time ago, and he's like telling me he's on SoundCloud. And I was probably the first normal person I met, and he's like telling me why, and it was because he can hear all this weird ambient shit.
Yeah.
So that to me was the strength and what gave them the user base. But then the minute they had like some collateral, they were like, okay, we won't be like those people because they make money. Because they're all startups, they never make
it a
money.
subscription.
Yeah. And if you look, like they have a chart. I never used it, but they have charts on there too. If you look at the charts are the normal musicians, Kanye or Uzi Vert or whatever, Migos is up there now. You know what I mean? Like, that's not why we got onto SoundCloud. So I think once they were like, let's get that and try to turn it into the Spotify and Apple, I think that's what killed them. You know, let alone having the worst mobile app in the history of mankind.
Well, that was fine until they updated it.
Yeah.
Everything was fine with SoundCloud until they did that update.
Well, from what
What's
I heard,
update?
Where you could, there's an update.
They also changed the algorithm too. That really ruined it too.
Oh, yeah.
But what update you talking about?
Like, there was a time where you can flip between an old SoundCloud layout and a new SoundCloud layout.
Oh yeah, now you have to be on a new one.
So,
right.
but once they made that switch to the new layout,
I think the algorithm changes
That-
with that too. Changed
yeah.
with that too.
But I really
Retweets suck too. I don't know what they call it on there. Repost.
Repost, yeah.
Especially because I think some of them can pay to keep reposting the same stuff, or like, so it's like now I want to go see new stuff, and it's stuff people were posting like from 5 months ago that I've been there, I've seen it.
Like a label will repost it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
The artist
will
and then
repost
the artist's best friend on that label will post it.
And I'll see like the same track. I'll see the
5
same track.
times.
Yeah, and
5
it's
times
like-
I've gone there.
That killed it. And unfortunately, like, now when we go on Spotify, now we're playing with the big boys, so like it's just as hard in a different way. But at least now you're a friend, right? Like, look, like probably the worst thing we all did when we started music is trying to get our friends and family to hear our shit. But now literally they can actually pay for our music because they're paying for the Netflix, aka Spotify thing already. So now, hey, I made a track. You want to hear it? Probably not, but they're gonna say yeah, and it's like all you gotta do is type my name already in the thing you're in already that you love, you know. And that'll probably be the first listen they'll give it ever, you know, just because it's on something that you're playing to their comfort level. You're not making them go, the fuck's the SoundCloud, you know, or what the fuck? You gotta email it to me. Like I don't use email anymore.
I don't know. I'd rather have people go. I'd rather have Forum have its own database of
all that stuff's
music.
possible. I'm saying it's just creating the infrastructure, creating the game. It's real hard, you know. It's like saying like, man, fuck the NBA. I want to know on my own.
If you put it on Spotify, you can easily just go somewhere else. You can easily just get distracted by an advertisement or some other thing on the website.
But that's everywhere though.
As opposed to going to a website that has all the songs or all like the types of artists that are reflective of what you're already interested in.
But I mean, like when you go, let's say I went to X on Spotify, you know, like whatever you put up there would also be up there, and then the recommended people are probably gonna be people that whatever you wrote as genres in there, you know, like dude, if you make the mistake of clicking on Migos or any one of those auto-tune heads, you'll hear auto-tune heads for days that you've never heard of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you
So
go
it's-
down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like YouTube and shit. Like,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Stuff just keeps playing. and
So I mean, it does do that. Does it do? It seems to maybe do that for the chosen ones, maybe a bit more, you know. Like, but I mean, it does do that, you know. So
playing. Hold up real quick.
yeah, go do it.
Y'all keep talking.
Oh shit, the burden's on X.
No, I agree. I don't know. I still like the idea of having its own.
Do it. You probably
It's having
stubborn
a
like me.
sound.
Like I mean, that's probably why we argued that first time. Cause I also like, instead of like I was saying, instead of me being in service people like successful people around here, you know. Not that I'm even at like, I met Amia recently, right? I'm gonna do her on the show, you know, podcast, not some other shit. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna do her on the show like pretty soon, and she Matt Buchema did her video. You know that guy, right? Yeah, no, yeah.
Maybe.
All right. Well, anyway, he started out as a producer, but then like he just kept graduating to video and stuff because those things can be his job, and that's his full-time job right now. He's doing video for both corporate artists, like whatever the client is, you know. But like he had that mindset where he could like, let me do what the people want, you know. Let me do that, and I'll be second, you know. Or maybe he's even better. Like maybe that's really what he wanted, which then I'm lucky for him. But like me, like I'm always like, oh, I could do what the people wanted, or I could just do what I want to make me happy. And I'm like that too. It's like, fuck, am I doing this shit for the podcast? You know, who cares? You know, like maybe I should do another guy I want to get on here, like Wayne Holtz. Like maybe I shouldn't instead of getting people I know, I should probably be getting like fucking famous, successful people like he's getting. You know what I mean? That would probably be better for ratings, you know. But I'm not doing that shit. I'm over here just getting what I want because this is what I want, you know. I'm over here getting my fucking teachers and shit, you know.
Do you know how many followers you have, like, or listeners?
I'm real bad at checking that stuff.
Yeah.
But I you know what? Sometimes I check the numbers and I wonder why am I even doing this. But I know like
You get discouraged or what?
like for seconds,
Mhm.
literally for seconds, because I just know like I like fighting. Like I just like the grind of whatever this is.
Yeah.
I don't know. you know, like I did this during my music time, and now that I don't do music, like I do this.
Well, like you said, you just need to create content.
Yeah, I just need to be fucking making something. I don't know why. Like the day I'm able to fucking pull Piccolo and Dragon Ball Z and just drop it, that'd be great. Like my shoulders would probably be like, oh shit. But I mean,
you won't be stressed out.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know why. Like,
no, I mean that's how it is with everybody, man. Like this forum, dude, all this shit costs money, and it's time is even more valuable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of work for a little reward, you know.
Yeah.
But I think just the fact that you're creating something, or you know, putting effort into,
that's why
instead of just sitting around and you know, fucking off.
Yeah. To answer that question, I feel like this is averaging everything because there's always the anomalies. But I feel like if you take numbers from everything, and I'm assuming that anybody who plays it from iTunes, I'm assuming that counts as a click from SoundCloud. If it doesn't, then I don't even know the iTunes numbers.
No.
But assuming the numbers that I've looked at, which will just be 2, SoundCloud and YouTube, I feel like probably 15 to 40, like depending on who's there. So, and I feel like that's way more than anyone has ever heard of my music.
40.
Yeah, it can fluctuate.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Like in the long term, it might not be day one, you know, like that they'll get there. But I feel like usually if you give an episode like 2 weeks and you just add up the numbers, it seems to be like 15 or 40 depending on what was going on that episode. So.
Yeah, man, you put out a lot of stuff too.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like you have one. I've seen people who do it like once a week, once a month. You have like 3 a week.
Well, this week I probably put out like 4 or something. But I mean the reason I'm able to do that right now because I'm
right there.
What's up?
You're not doing them one.
You have them backlogged
or
or?
You have like
I got a bunch.
You got a bunch backlogged.
Yeah, who knows when this is coming out? wait. And then I got like 2 people. I wanted after those 2 people next week. I'm hoping stop because there's been people asking me too, and I'm like. That's cool, but now that I'm allowed to use this real camera, like that shit's gonna record in 4K. That's gonna be horrible on the hard drives.
Dude, editing that shit.
I'm not even gonna put them out in 4K because I ain't trying to render that stuff because but they're just the
Dude, nobody
benefit
wants
of
to see this face in 4K, man. It's all good.
The benefit of just doing the 4K is just to smash it back to 1080 and it just looks slightly sexier than recording in 1080.
Yeah.
So I'm gambling on that, but I think I can also do that right now because, I'm on Team No Job right now. You know what I mean? When I have to join the real
You're on
world.
what team?
Team No Job.
Oh, Team No Job. Oh,
Yes.
got you.
Yes. It's a horrible team. They don't pay at all. They don't But whenever I go back, I might have to maybe put up a normal thing, like 1 or 2. Or who knows? It depends what I'm doing. You know, if I'm doing something that still gives me way more time, I might be able to just keep it up.
So what's what are you using to edit with those the audio?
Ableton.
Ableton?
Ableton.
Oh,
but you know what? I clean it up in Isotope RX. That shit, it's a godsend. I forgot. I feel like the quality increased as the shows kept going on the sound, and that was because I forgot I had that program because you don't need it for music. The whole point of that is audio restoration, and when you're making music, you're not recording shit. You know, you're not recording like bad sounding shit unless you're like really sampling, and even then, like if you're recording bad sounding shit that you're sampling, well, you probably wanted it to sound bad.
Yeah.
Know? So
lo-fi stuff.
Yeah, so I never knew you needed to clean it up, and then one day I was like, man, like I kept trying to find out different ways to record, like get rid of the mic gain and all this stuff, and then I was like, oh fuck, I got this program, and yeah.
Oh, shit.
Isotope's real good. Sometimes I just forget what they do outside of Ozone, because if you're in the music mode, most people probably just need Ozone because it's the quote-unquote all-in-one mastering thing. And we all need that.
See, I need to look into that because I'm just been recording from that little app for my phone, or the one that we did. And usually it worked pretty good for our intro. But I think what happened when me and you were just moving around a lot, and it just kept picking up the movement.
Oh yeah. Those are mistakes that I wasn't even thinking of. Because we're just being natural.
I wasn't either, dude. All you hear is just beer bottles clanking and stuff.
I mean, same thing happens in mine. Like, That's why I'm wearing this now, because the Falcon Fucker one, he was wearing it on his neck like I told him, but then I was like, now you can hear all this
Okay,
shit.
all that rough.
And even with the RX, there's a way to get rid of that, but then the more you get rid of it, the more bass goes away too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'd just rather just be natural.
Yeah.
Same thing with breathing. Like, you can get rid of that stuff, but the more you get rid of, it's still gonna be plus minus. Like,
so do you like everything being like really clean and? Yeah.
I waste way too much time on this shit. You don't even know.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping in the long run it'll pay off, because, like, worst case, if I do have to do it someone else, we're like, well, shit. Like, I got people in LA who, this is one of their jobs. Like, he does 3 to 4 things at one time. A lot of stuff he does is Foley, so doors and shit.
Yeah.
But then a lot of stuff, he brings all the gear and he just records people's podcasts, and
That's sick, man. So you can do that.
Yeah,
You
maybe.
can be producing podcasts, man.
I'll be down.
Because you have the network is Boosh Kid stuff.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. But I mean, like, yeah, if they want to come on, I'll be down too. But I meant like more like just people pay him and to do all the stuff, and then they
just
do
run
everything
sound?
else,
Oh,
And
okay.
then they do everything else is like they thank you for the product, and then they'll put it on their website or whatever. Like,
Gotcha.
let's say you were a workout guy, but I want a podcast about working out, but I don't know shit about audio, so they just pay him to set up everything, the mics, blah blah blah.
Gotcha.
They do the show, he does it, he gives them just the MP3, and then they do the rest. Or even if they don't know that, then they'll pay him to do that too.
Shit,
Yeah, he
man.
just sets up
I think
everything.
It'd be easier just to get a bunch of heads that you kind of like agree with, or on the same
Yeah,
vibe,
yeah.
and just get them all together. It's like, hey, I got this. Y'all want to come under here under this umbrella? I can produce this.
Yeah.
And we can kind of.
I mean, if people want, dude, like, a lot of the people, I've kind of alluded, why the Boosh Kids kind of stops, because I just felt like I was the only one doing anything, so I can just do it for myself. But, like, I've told all of them, like, the Booshmanstaff thing is kind of set up. Legally, are we a label? Maybe, because technically, I did do the sole proprietorship stuff, but I just did that to, like, test it out. One day, I'll go LLC and all that more complicated tax
Yeah,
stuff.
man, that sounds
But
exhausting.
it's annoying. Real stuff sucks. The real stuff, like going to
It just
downtown
sounds like, it sounds like work.
and paperwork. Yeah, it's super annoying. But yeah, like the same thing. If you check like any of my releases on Spotify, except for the first one when I was learning and testing shit out. But yeah, they all say Booshmanstaff, so technically that's the label and all that stuff. And you could do that with Forum too. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I think right now, what was it? I guess we're just working on the website. Man. Trying to get that up.
Yeah, we're just working on real basic stuff, right?
No, I got you. I got you.
We're going slow and steady. Yeah.
Turtle style, dude.
But I mean, I think again, I bring up subculture, but I think we all try to do everything at once and stuff, and now I think just trying to pace it out, because I'm not trying to make money off this. I know this is the wrong
Yeah.
was it thing to get into if you just want to make money. I just want to showcase some cool music.
Yeah, I feel money can be made, but you're gonna have
It's
to be
not
in
my
it.
priority,
Yeah,
man.
you're gonna have to be in it long term, or you're gonna have to do it like I think I started talking when you got up in service of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which maybe we don't want to do.
I just want people to have a good time. And
I think as long as you can break even,
yeah, that's fun. That's fun too. Breaking even.
That'd be nice.
Breaking
So
even.
have a break even
Yeah.
every time.
Like the most I've ever made from a show was like $150.
From a forum show or from playing a
Just
show?
in general. Just from like setting up a show. Fucking thing over here.
I think the most probably maybe like that's probably the most I've been paid. I get if you do the like divisible math, because I would never ever take the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would always like, if there was more time, because a lot of people back at that point were trying to book just 4-hour DJs, so they would get us, but then I would just bring all my friends and then just divide the math.
Yeah.
So it was probably more, but then I would split it up. Cause
So they'd pay you for that? Because I remember...
it was some, not all the
some-
venues.
yeah,
did it.
no,
So
so
like
no,
if you
this-
got High Tones on a Saturday night, like some of our groups, like we got like 700 to 900 on that, right? And
I
that's
think
just only them paying the door, because they kept all the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I think that's what happened one show. I think Aaron had thrown it and it came out a good chunk from the door. And it was like Yeah, it was a Friday night too.
Yeah, see, because the weekend auto crowd, so no one really
And
cared about us.
the crowd didn't even like the music, man. I kept having to bounce people, not bounce people. Like I'm gonna fucking.
They hit you with the cumbia request.
But no, yeah, dude, constantly. Or they kept trying to go up to whoever was playing and be like, they're up there playing footwork, and this fool wants to hear Selena again.
That's always San Antonio.
Always bring it down there. Rich is not shaking his head. It's like, motherfucker, you listen to Selena on your way to work in your
on the way here,
and then you come to the club and then you still want to hear that shit, man?
Yeah, man.
You want to hear something else? Fuck.
I think
get all mad.
Especially in a town like this, I think like they've been very slow to think of the DJ as someone who does their own thing or plays different music.
Dude, they treat the DJ like they work for the fucking bar, dude.
Yeah.
Like their drink is an entitlement.
I mean, they're not there. It's not the best. The weirdest ones are like when you're a producer up there and you get that shit. You know?
That's why I was so frustrated that night, because it was just producers and they're playing like original tracks, and I mean they're throwing in some of their favorites in there too, but it was mostly. And the dude's like, "You telling me, like, out of all these DJs and laptops, none of y'all have Selena on?" He's like, "I don't know, man. I don't know their fucking, what they have." But I'll tell you what, like, it's not that kind of night. Obviously, from the music that's playing right now.
I don't know. I sometimes wonder, like, you might have heard it because you do hear these shows, so you might have heard me say it. But I sometimes wonder, like, we just fucked up and maybe we were all trying to get into the wrong scene because we were all fucking with the strip and other things like that. And I see the people who made this a living, and they were just all outsiders, Like right now, you look at Carlton Zeus, and it's like, how many shows does he play there right now? None.
And the strip itself, like, just some like those people running those bars and venues, like they just turn their back on all the original work and stuff.
Yeah, because it's about making money, dude. Because none of them own the buildings anyway, so they have high rents that they gotta cover.
Yeah, and I didn't even know that they did this, like, cause I had told you before, like when I got cut off at the mix, like I guess there's complaints at the bar or something, and so I was like, shit.
That guy I was telling you about, I remember this is the old mix, but there was metal bands, and he used to work at it. There was metal bands playing that night, but one of the bands is friends with him, so he asked him to DJ just while people are setting up. And like one of the people went up to him, like, "Could you not play that music?" Like,
oh, are you serious?
Yeah, like
just the band was setting up and
it's like in between, so he's not even a performer that night.
Did he give? Oh, that's weird, man.
Yeah.
You see, like people ask me to DJ like their parties or something, and I always tell them, I was like, I mean, that's cool if you're down for what I'm playing, but just to let you know, I'm not a party DJ. I don't have party music. Per se. Like,
I've turned away like 3, or not turned away. I would just give it to my friend who is a DJ. But I gave my friend like 3 weddings, like just because, even though I know they would pay, I just know like, this is what I'm saying. I'm stubborn. Like instead of just doing it, I'm like,
you make money off of that.
You could, sure, but I'm like, I want to play.
Even I DJ the weddings.
Now you look down on me. That's me. Like, you fucking up, man.
You fucked up. Yeah, you missed out.
I don't. But that's how stubborn like I am. Like I have no interest in doing other people's shit.
You're not bored the whole time. Just whatever.
You get free food usually, and you get free drinks and.
See, I wish I could do that. I wish I could just always just chill like that, but I'll start getting annoyed.
I mean, people don't usually ask for that terrible music,
No. Saying Selena's terrible music. And she's a saint. Nah, fuck, I don't give a fuck.
My friend, my friend who I gave those weddings to, I ended up doing one with him as the quote unquote hype man, because he just doesn't like talking. But that dude is super chill, like you were describing, like. Be on the phone, or if I go to any venue that he's playing, I'll just go on stage with him, or like and just chill. He's just like, hold up. like that shit's just lean back work.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but it's like that's not what that's not what I want to be doing. No. I don't know. Like maybe I just need to stop being a bitch. But I mean, like I don't know. Like I just like for a lot of these things, it's like I like doing them for me. The farther away I get from that, the more bored I get. And then if I'm bored, then I get angry, and then I argue. So I don't know. So it's very important for me to figure out a good way how to get rich somehow, so I never have to do nothing I don't want to do.
Oh, I'm just making.
Oh yeah. You good?
I was like,
I'm not even gonna do the life questions this episode because
you're not doing the live questions.
Nah, because there's too much. There's too much shit going on. I'm gonna dive deep. He's not even warmed up.
I know, right? We're 2 hours in.
I mean, like he's just averaging like 1 word per 10 minutes.
It's all good, dude.
It's
like,
pretty normal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you good.
The last intro was we thought because we got really high and we decided to record an intro for it was actually your podcast.
Nice. Is it out yet?
I gave him. I edited it down and I gave it to him. Let's see.
Dude. Oh, so like when you say edit it down, like so did you edit actual stuff out or anything? Because I don't do that at all.
I don't do that. I was trying to.
I'll edit bathroom breaks and shit like that. Like if people get up, but I don't. I like that raw shit, dude. I'm trying to be like Drink Champs.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what that is.
I was trying to Green Champs. No.
I'll tell you after. Maybe not. Yeah. Either way, this is a good podcast though.
Yeah, and I'm gonna edit actually a little bit of what he sent, not the actual podcast, but edit the songs.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna put 2 songs from there.
Oh, like in the middle?
Yeah, we'll put one
in the beginning,
one in the beginning, one at the end.
Okay.
The memories one at the end, and then we'll put. I took one of y'all's.
The band one
With the live stuff.
Oh,
improv,
nice.
To kind of give people a sense of where you're coming from.
Where it is, yeah. There's a podcast around here. They're focused in the hip hop scene. Yeah, you ever heard of Illuminati podcast? So they're part of the hip hop scene. So they're like a group of people that, for the most part, none of us will have messed with, you know, because they're in the actual hip hop scene here. But like Tommy Wong would know them, but like that's probably it. That's why like when I say Richie Branson, which I've told y'all probably way too many times, you know. No, y'all don't remember him?
No.
But anyway, so he comes from that sector. But anyway, in that show, they operated more like a radio show. So maybe like every 20, 25 minutes, here's a song from the guest, whatever. Mm-hmm. Which is cool, but it's like when I'm hearing a podcast, like, I just want to fucking hear the people talk.
Yeah. I think, was it Soul Election does that sometimes.
Okay.
Like in the middle, they'll do like a 45-minute mix or 30-minute mix, and then they'll talk to the guest. And then he'll have like a 40-minute guest mix, and then they'll talk again. And then it'll go back to the DJ. Joe, yeah. Shit. Hold up.
I got you. How much time you think we got left for the party got to start?
Dude, shit. People show up super late. We're good. I don't even expect anybody to show up.
What's going to be the first forum show not in San Antonio?
Austin.
Oh, so you do got plans?
Nah. I mean, that's the only thing I can see us playing. I mean, where else in Texas can you do this kind of stuff? Because like you say, you get more people out there for those Boosh Kids shows.
You've heard pretty much every artist give a shout out to Austin, who's who's from the Boosh Kids.
Yeah, dude. I've never played Austin, but I'm pretty sure we can.
Damn, really?
No, never played.
What about you?
I was supposed to play a couple of times, but I remember one time my bag had gotten stolen. My bag gets stolen a lot, dude.
You need to like tape that shit to you. Get like a dog walk chain or like a gel. Put it on. That's the tech right there. Put it on.
Dude, I've started from scratch like 6 times at least.
Damn,
probably.
So maybe you're just a builder.
Yeah.
That's what.
Like self-inflicted misery. Dude, I remember one time there was a computer that was fucking up with me. I got so angry. I punched it and it just split. It was a laptop and whole thing just split open. And yeah, I felt better after that though.
Did you really?
For a little bit, and then I got pissed.
Okay. Fuck, it's broken.
Yeah.
You probably could have fit in real well with the Jesus twins. I can't remember their real names though.
The Jesus twins.
The church guys on Sunday, on the Barcelona in Austin.
Barcelona. Oh, okay, yeah. Shark Week and all that.
Yeah,
Mad Classy.
Church, Mad Classy.
Mad Classy. Mad Church.
They call it church. That's why, like.
Yeah.
Before I guess they died, because I guess they're probably dead now.
They still do like a show here and there, but it's not like a solid, guaranteed, weekly thing. Because they're doing weeklies for a long time, man. Yeah. And they're getting some good acts too. And I saw Khan like UK heads for $5 at the door.
Yeah.
Dude, shit was sick.
I seen Jake's there.
Jake's,
I saw Schism there.
You saw Jake's there?
Yeah.
Did you see him when he played with Koki?
No, I saw Jake's by himself.
By himself?
So, yeah,
Oh, okay. See, he came. He was like a special guest, and I saw Koki.
Yeah.
And they just brought him out. I was like, oh shit. So it was pretty. It was a fun
I always
night, man.
miss Mala there, like a fucking idiot.
Dude, that was I don't think they're going to be playing there again soon, anytime soon. But
Who?
Mala?
Mala Luna?
No,
no,
Mala.
no,
Oh,
yeah,
Mala
yeah.
the
UK Mala.
Digital Mystics.
DMZ, yeah. UK. Okay, stand up.
That was amazing, man. That was fucking. People were on some shit too. There's so many people coming up to me asking for drugs and like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, man. I feel like only at EDM shows have I been. I remember the first time I saw Rusko here at Club Rio.
I went to that.
You went to that? Like the first one he played?
I can't imagine you at a Rusko show. You were there?
That was when it was.
It was packed, dude.
Was he
Fuck
doing
him.
all his noisy stuff?
Yeah.
It was when he was doing both because it was when the album came out. Whatever that album came out for here, like
Not the Britney Spears one.
what's track 2?
He produced for Britney Spears?
What's the track he has with a W in it?
The track
Damn, I can't use the internet because I'm connected here. Otherwise, I'll look it up. Woo Boost. All right, that's what it was.
Woo Boost.
Yeah, you don't know Woo Boost? Oh, that's a good track. But anyway, that's where he starts to like, not that track per se, but that album.
Scream with Britney Spears. Somebody.
Scream has a Britney Spears track.
Someone produced a whole Britney Spears album.
I feel
DJ
like
Premier did.
yeah,
Right? DJ
he
Premier
did
a
with
Britney Spears album.
Aguilera.
Oh,
stuff,
Christina
yeah.
Aguilera? Yeah.
I feel like Rusko would be closer to that. I don't just because I know he was in LA just
I
messing
think
around
it
with
was
shit.
Rusko.
But that album is where he has the LA West Coast sound.
Mm.
And it was like, damn, I'm hearing it, but it's not coming out. Like it was real good.
No, man, it sounds good.
Or he had the thing in his, you know, where you do the thing in your mouth.
The grill?
No, it's like a pipe that makes your voice while you play keyboard.
Vocoder?
Is it that? Is that vocoder?
Yeah, use the vocoder to.
Yeah. So he had,
channel.
there was a lot of that on that album. Like he was just trying to
Oh.
be like West Coasty. But anyway, it was that tour. He comes to Club Rio. Some young girl comes up like, "Hey man, I think she says, I can't remember the order, but she says first, do you have any ecstasy?" You know, I was like, no, not high or nothing. Do you have any?
Yeah.
Fucking look like a child. Probably had X's on her and shit. Keep in mind, I was younger then anyway, but still. But and then her second follow up after I disappoint her. It's like, well, do you want to go get some woman? She's just like,
Do you
I'm
want to
like-
get involved with the minor?
yes. I'm like, I'm good, thank you.
No, man. I like
That
my
whole
freedom.
thing, and then that was one of the few times where I was actually moving at a show. I left like fucking puddle. It was like someone shot me with a super soaker.
You stayed downstairs?
Yeah.
I was upstairs. I went upstairs.
Of course, you probably doing this. You probably.
I was sleeping.
Me and my friend were like, "Nah, we're gonna watch."
Yeah, it was
from the
rowdy,
top."
dude. It was pretty rowdy that
a
night.
lot of glow in the dark necklaces and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Pisses
EDM.
me off.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, that's not me. That's how it gets at the Gas Time Killer shows too. I'm like, man,
Oh, okay, really? A gas lamp killer?
Oh, it's real.
That's weird.
It's
That
real-
one's
it's real
weird to
basic
me.
like that.
I mean, his sets aren't, but
No, I
The
know, but I
people
mean,
that-
like the
that-
crowd and shit with the hula
like they
hoops and
probably have
stuff.
never heard his albums. Which
Yeah,
are
yeah.
way different than his set.
The sets and stuff. At the end of that night, I remember walking to my car and I see this pretty girl and I'm just like, it's mad funny the way like sometimes my mind is. I'm like, man, wouldn't it be cool to like be with her or something? And then I go to my car, right? And then she knocks on my window. And then
The same girl?
yeah, the same exact girl. She knocks on my window. You good?
Sorry.
She knocks on my window and she says something weird like, I'm the present and you're the gift, right?
Yeah,
And it was some weird. She was just trying to get in, or she said some weird shit like that. But let me tell you, the minute I heard that, my mind flipped, and I just turned around, looked back the other side of my car, because I was like, "This gotta be a setup, right? You're trying to steal my car,"
yeah.
and I wouldn't let her in at all, because I was just paranoid. I was like, "Yo, man, if you trying to get with me, there must be something wrong here. You trying?"
Oh, man.
I didn't trust her at all. But you know what? She walked to the car right next to me. I think she just really needed a ride, and this wasn't an Uber period. It was
Oh,
you know?
okay.
This is before Uber, BU, you know.
So that's when it was sketchy just to
Yeah.
approach,
Like,
No, I feel you. That's funny, man.
I don't know. I was just paranoid. I don't know, man.
You're paranoid?
Sometimes-
Nah, it's being
New York,
sexy.
the New York. That's the one thing I took with me from New York. Still.
Yeah, I'm not even from New York. Yeah, I'm paranoid. You can ask my girl. Like, she'll, you know. I don't like.
Even
always
that
be
cup,
aware
you
of your
probably checked it, right?
Yeah, just always be aware of your surroundings, because you know people are stupid.
Yeah, for sure. That's how you lose. You're
Sure, man.
Then you said that you just took it. You were just like you don't even like.
Yeah.
Should I hit you guys with the life questions?
This was the last question.
Go ahead.
All right. You're gonna have to actually talk now. Normally I would just let this be more natural, but I know there's supposed to be like a party here at some point. So
No,
like,
it's all good. It's all good.
It's not like,
We're chilling, man. Like I said, I say like 10-ish. People don't usually show up till later. You know, 12-ish, whatever.
Alright.
So I'm in no rush, man. It's real relaxed. Like for him, like it's not like anal or nothing like that. We're just all just chilling.
So you. What is the normal word? I was trying to do this big word joke when you said anal, but I forgot. It doesn't matter. What alright, what's your goal in life?
I guess just man, I really don't have a goal, to be honest. Just keep existing.
Fuck.
I don't know. Super broad broad answer.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Just keep making music.
That's your goal in life?
Wanna-
Just keep making music.
Just be happy.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Just be happy, man. Just try
How
to
does
be
one go
happy.
about being happy?
Music makes me happy.
Roundabout way.
There you
Circle,
go.
close the gap.
Yeah.
Hit me with that, yes. What's your goal in life?
Just to keep doing creative stuff.
I really would have liked you one-on-one. It would be like such an interesting challenge. Like I did this one like 2 episodes. I don't know if you saw the picture with me and that girl.
Was that
But,
Jen? Jen?
The goth chick.
No,
No,
not
no,
Jen.
no.
That one. Yeah. So like,
You know what I'm talking about? I haven't seen that one.
I feel like we probably talked a lot there, but I knew she was gonna be in danger of being like him,
Okay.
like a hard talker. But I think because it's one-on-one, I was probably able to edge it. Because the one that you said, Jenna, literally they work with each other, so they have the same story. And it's like I had Jenna tell the story, she tells it, and I had her tell the story, and she confirms it. She's like, "Yes, it did happen." That's
I feel it. And I say, oh, okay.
yeah. I was like, good. I just wanted to make sure.
So where do I go from here?
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
you're pretty good. You're pretty good with those segues, man. Like I listen to a lot of podcasts. Not that I'm like any authority on podcasts.
Yeah.
You know, it's listenable. It's enjoyable. It's easy to listen
My
to
friend,
and follow and stuff.
I have 2 friends who are traveling around the world who I'm gonna get them soon. See, these are people I'm saying no, because one of them, in the picture of her, she posted like, I'm still waiting for my podcast, but on Facebook she posted that, and I'm like, dude, I got you, but I'm just trying to get on there. I'm like,
Did you tell her I just released 4?
no, yeah. See, I didn't even say that, but I sold it more like, I'm trying to get the in-person ones first, because these are in-person is different than just Skyping with people, because you're not gonna be in America forever. It's gonna be Skype no matter where I move to. You know what I mean?
Do you
So I'm like,
do you prefer like in person?
Fuck yeah, because then I can look into your eyes like I'm Bone Thug and tell me what it is you see. in me.
So like the ones that you're doing with Skype, those are the ones with
those are New
Kaiser
York
and
people.
stuff. Those
Yeah.
are the New York heads.
But none of them have been interviewed yet.
No?
No.
Yeah, I'll just shoot the shit.
Yeah. They're all their time will come, but I'm like, there's no rush.
They all sound like they have like a real interesting backgrounds, like
They probably have something.
Yeah.
They probably. I think the Kaiser one's gonna be interesting, but I don't know if I could beat him though.
No,
He's
because I heard the one where he's asking you about comics, the comic books,
There's 4 more of those coming.
and he's getting frustrated because you're just saying everything sucks.
Yeah, he's doing one. The next one I'm gonna say is probably gonna be hip hop music. Which is
Hip-hop,
just gonna
yeah.
be more. He
See,
said mind over boost, comics, hip hop, games, something, and then life. I forgot what the something is, but I feel like 5 of them. Life one I think is the most interesting one to me, because that's kind of where my mind is at. The other stuff is foundations of shit we grew up on.
Do you find yourself like you're in that transition period in your life where you're figuring things out? Or?
Well, I did a podcast that may come out 8 weeks from now because I'm like, but I
talking
did
about
one
okay.
this week on a CDL, right? On a CDL, 18-wheeler on a truck, an 18-wheeler with my friend, right? And he
You
told
recorded
me,
it on the
yeah,
18?
yeah. And he's the picture's coming soon. That's the new tech. We taking a picture too.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm really disappointed in fucking battery. So we taking a plugged-in picture, but whatever. But he told me some shit that like I told him, and it was like full circle. Like I taught it to him last year in Phoenix, but when I was in San Francisco, there was this beautiful like redheaded girl, and I just back then I would just walk up to people and literally ask them what's their goal in life.
Oh, word?
Yeah, so I did that with her and her friends, right? I used something else because I needed a better excuse to do it versus that, but eventually the whole point of talking to them was to do that. And first off, I was pissed because it was the same girl I always like. The more I learned about her, because I was like, man, do I just really just get attracted to the same person? You just drawn
to those kind of people?
Yeah. It's like, I won't call her a goth chick, but I mean, same thing. Like, probably in that vibe, you know, in that fashion sense. Yeah. And the more I learn, like, oh, you play cello again? You know, like, it's just like, this, he's in the orchestra over there. It's always the same person. But for Golden Lives, he gave me, like, everybody has these 3 hobbies, right? Like, that's all you need in life, she says, 3 hobbies. 1 for creativity, 1 for exercise, and 1 for money, you know? Yeah. And the truck driver friend was telling me that. He's like, dude, that shit changed my life. I organized my shit. And he told me his 3 hobbies, and, like, life's fucking great, he said. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I can't believe I forgot about that. Like, I still had it in my notes, but I hadn't touched it since November of last year. I moved it up now. But I'm like, so if I was trying to dissect my life into the 3 hobbies. And I'm like, well, I feel like I got both of them down except for the money one. So I'm like, if I just figure out the money one, then I think, you know, perfect's a relative word when I say perfect, but I'm like, life would be perfect. Because to me, that's the only obstacle I think that's my only challenge in life right now is I want to make money in a way where I'm not angry. Yeah. That's it.
I feel you. Well, I mean, this is, this here is a trade, man. Like, you can make money doing this.
That's why when I said I need to stop being a bitch, like, maybe I just need to, like, you know, just like, do it. Yeah, like, because I've really, you know, I've been very iron-fisted about, like, just, I'm going to do it for me. I'm Frank Sinatra, that shit, my way. Fist? I've just been, like...
Man, I thought you didn't like Iron Fist.
Fucking shit is ass, you know, like, you know. But, I mean, like...
Everybody has their thing they do. You gotta think of, like, all the movies that actors do compared to, like, the movies they're actually into doing. You know, I'm pretty sure it's, like, a 1 out of 10, if that situation.
What do you mean?
Just as far as, you know, that... Like, actors will just pick up the job because it's a job to act. It doesn't mean
it's something you that really want to do.
Oh, yeah. Movie. And I know, I'm thinking, like, maybe I need to just be open to that, to fucking doing that with myself, you know, and I maybe haven't.
It's like the, what were we talking about? I think we were talking about photography the last time and saying, like, you don't want to do, like, shoot weddings and stuff.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I just hate everything.
You don't want it to become your,
you want to become work.
Yeah, you don't want it to be what you're known for doing. So I think it's important to find a way to separate from. Yeah. Keep your passion separate from your bread.
You know? Yeah, no, for sure. Like, I think I've been trying to do that.
You'll be happy.
Yeah, I think so too. Because then I'll just.
Because you'll know we're like, oh, this ends here, and that's.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to just shoot videos with my friends and stuff, edit, and then I got decent at it, and I started doing it for a skate shop, and then I fucking hated it.
You hated it?
I fucking hated it. It made me not want to film for like almost like 10 years.
Oh man, we should. I can't move, right? Like, I can't ride boards, so I don't know how great it would be. But we should try, like, a shoot with that, because that is the stereotype lens.
This thing? Yeah. I know
wide angle?
Yeah, it's that wide angle fisheye, too. It's not just wide, it's fisheye.
Because on mine, like, yeah, it's kind of hard to shoot runs because it's just regular, and I have to get close, but I have to still be far away, and I don't know, just...
It was between the fisheye and non-fisheye, and I chose fisheye just because I'm like, well, since I'm not popular, I think looking weird on purpose would be, like, it would be like, I don't want to say gimmick, but it would be like a plus right now, I think. It would be something that stands out. Because no one uses that, you know, like, as their default. So I'm like, well, I should use that as my default then.
I think a gimmick is something like, you know, that's the main focus.
Like at the end of every podcast, you get a pie and hit yourself in the face with it.
Get all wacky.
There you go. That'll be.
Hit us with another life question.
Instead of I don't.
Wait,
What's up?
you used to rollerblade. That's
Oh.
You used to rollerblade?
Yeah.
Sick, man. That's right. I was wondering why you're posting those
Yeah, it's
rollerblade
like,
videos.
man.
I just followed them. I mean, like the Yashitoko brothers, right? They
everyone know. We all know.
they were amazing, and then X Games was like, we don't like Japanese people winning all the time. This is the only sport they're winning at that time.
But that was vert ramp though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I noticed, like, first off, they went away from America. So this is what led me to find them on the socials and stuff. And this is how I found out about other people like that video I'm sharing. But they went away from the socials, but they still do X Games. But they do X Games China, or they do X Games Japan.
Yeah, rollerbladers got kicked out of X Games altogether.
Like now, like today. But I mean, just a few years ago, they were still doing it, but over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just didn't understand. Like, I was like, what happened to those guys? Because I remember liking them as a kid. But even before I knew those guys, I was rollerblading. But yeah, I was just super young.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, even back then, man, like, always wanted to push it as far as I could push it.
Did you ever do like tricks and stuff?
Not good ones, but yeah, like jumping on fucking curbs with a turn in my, like with twisting your body and shit. Nothing like, I ain't doing 1080s or, we ain't have no ramps back then, or nothing.
Yeah.
But like, I had the grinding wheels, which I feel like people don't even use now, right?
Yeah, we do.
They do? Because I've seen some, I don't follow the scene like that now, and like,
You know
today.
rollerblading?
Huh?
You know rollerbladers?
I do rollerblade.
You rollerblade? Damn, dude.
But
It's
I just
secret
feel
now.
like I saw some people recently, and I can't remember either they didn't even have grinding wheels, like it had a grinding part in there, or something.
Well, there's like this. It's kind of like the way
I just feel like
BMXers
it
started
evolved.
getting the bigger bikes again.
Are they?
Like, you know, BMX ride the like
They used to have those little small bikes that the seat was way the fuck down.
Okay.
And
but
now
now
they're
there's
getting
like
bigger.
the
Yeah.
fixed gear, like the fixed gear.
Why? Like,
Yeah.
what's the benefit?
Yeah, that's the thing, you know, because that was what they went away from.
'Cause-
You know, they evolved from the big bike to the small bike to do tricks easier, but now they went backwards and got these
I
big
see
bikes.
some heads doing fixie stuff, but it reminds me of like the difference between like longboarding and skateboarding.
Yeah,
You know?
Okay.
how that came back too. You
Yeah.
know, that was or like the little small
Yeah,
little
yeah,
wooden
Yeah,
boards.
yeah. It's
But-
interesting.
I mean, like, we would get pipes, and we would grind down them and shit. And, like, yeah, little curb tricks, but that wasn't probably... I don't even know how we got into rollerblades, like, but that wasn't really the hood tech, so I don't think none of us were probably any type of real nice.
Oh, okay. I guess.
Because I felt that was probably our soccer. Like, whatever,
Shit.
once you get a certain age, like, I guess everybody stopped doing it for whatever reason.
We were trying to get clips.
Yeah, but we had the grinder wheels. None of us had brakes. And, like, when I think back, I'm like, dude, some of those streets I was riding, like, those are fucking, like...
You just stop.
What? No, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, no, and I know how to stop, you know, like, you use the wheels and I mean, you put your feet in certain positions and shit. But I'm just thinking about it in retrospect. I'm just like, man, like, those are busy streets. I totally could have died so many times. Like, you don't think that as a kid. But now, like, that I have the context and perspective. And it was the same thing, like, when I started riding real bikes, like, I started using my first of all, I ain't learned until I was super old. Like, everybody rode bikes. They would do their bike gangs and wheelie to be like baby Rough Riders and stuff.
Was this in New York?
Yeah. But I didn't know how to ride bikes, and then one day I go visit my sister in Maryland. She's stationed there, and she has a bike, and I'm like, yo, man, I'm gonna fucking learn how to do this. And I was horrible, but I taught myself how to ride, and I came back riding, and yeah, and I could ride. Never figured out how to properly bunny hop, you know, like, because I would do off both wheels instead of like up down, so you can actually hop over shit.
Yeah.
But like,
I still don't know how to do that, man.
You still can't?
I can't do that. Man. Dude, I just up and skating.
But yeah. But
I can always
I'm
sometimes.
assuming skateboards are main tech anyway, right? So that makes sense.
Wait, what? The main tech?
Well, I mean, like, your main thing anyway, so that would make sense that that you're not as good on the bike. But like,
I'm not even good on the board. Man.
but I
To
mean,
be
you do
honest.
something. But I mean, like,
I got wall rides.
I'm always like impressed when I look back at a lot of stuff, like, because I did a lot of stuff that probably should have not done, considering my skill level was not there at all. Like,
were you just pushing yourself? Or?
I don't know what it is. I don't know if I was just really wanting to do it. Like maybe young Abe wasn't a bitch, you know? No. But I mean, like, I remember we found these dirt ramps in Short Haven, and we would just go and then try to hop it. You know, just try and jump. You're not even trying to do a trick.
Mm-hmm.
Just jump it. And I would jump, and I would always front flip it. Not because I was trying to do a front flip, but I just couldn't lift up the bike while on the ramp at all. Like, I just couldn't figure it out.
Well, you went forward?
Yeah, every single time.
Fuck, man.
And never got hurt at all. And I did that a lot. And I'm like, when I think about it now, like, dude,
So wait,
I totally could have broke my neck
on the tires
every time.
I
would land like forward.
You'd bail.
Yeah.
You'd bail.
Yeah, except that I wasn't even bailing. I was just
You in the ground?
yeah. I mean, it's dirt, but it's still ground. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah, you break your neck.
yeah, and I'm like, what a fucking idiot. You know, like, and I did the same thing. Like, this is me in college. I've only ridden skateboard 4 hours of my life.
4 hours?
4 hours, like, total. Not even, like, altogether. So I can't even really ride forward, like, go forward. But I've gone down ramps. Again, I fell every time. But I've gone down ramps because I was at a skate park with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And he's top tier. That dude was like...
You're the kind of person I hate to see at skate parks.
Why?
You don't know what you're doing out there.
You're right. But there wasn't people.
That doesn't matter.
What is this? This is just normal China?
It's like when people bring their kids to the skate park to learn how to skate.
And you're just
There's rare footage of Abe drinking.
Oh, yeah. Different, man.
Don't learn how to skate at the skate park.
Everyone's just...
You're right. Everything you're saying is right. But my
don't
brother...
learn how to skate at the skate park.
You're right. But my brother was there. He's top tier. He was like... No, he was top 10 rank in Bronx when he was a kid, right? So he has skill. But I see him going down the ramps. And I'm like, I want to do it too. And he encourages me to do that shit too. Yeah. Just lean your body weight forward. Yeah. So, like, I went down every time, but I would land on my hands every time. And at that point, I was a guitar player.
Would you be snaking people too at the park?
What's that mean? What's the snake?
Snake, like, get in front of the...
Like, not waiting your turn?
No, because one of the reasons why this was probably happening is because it was pretty much me and him and maybe like a child at the park. It's a real park, but we went at a time. He doesn't live in Texas, so he's visiting, and we're at a time probably where there's, like, none of the real people are there. So I'm not killing people or cutting off people, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Well, that's
good. Yeah, it's just our park for that time. But I felt like countless times, and I was just like, it's probably not good for me, because at that point I was serious about guitar playing, and this shit was burning like fucking crazy, like my wrist. So I was just like,
dude, I'm surprised I haven't broke my wrist, man. Like, it hurts when the weather changes, but I just sprained it pretty bad a couple times, or more than a couple times. But
I just wonder, like, how come you never lean backwards a little bit when you're going down the pipe?
I don't know, man. Like, I don't.
That's like after the second time, you like kind of get you understand the physics.
When I look, even at the stuff I do right now, like someone like the meditation and like practice and like kind of training habits I have right now, I'm like, one of my powers, and this could be a negative, like as evidenced by this story, but like I think one of my biggest powers is like I can be very tolerant of like pain, but don't necessarily adapt like well, you know, because
so you don't learn.
Yeah.
You can take a lot of pain.
You persevere without learning.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
Shit, man.
So I mean, that's why
that's a skill in itself.
Yeah, that's why I need to do a lot of the things. That's why if I do enough podcasts, I might have the perfect sounding one. Like I just need to do
all
a lot
of them that I've heard. So I haven't heard one that wasn't like unlistenable. Even when people, the one you did with Danny, was he driving while he was
which one?
He was driving, right? And
he was on the phone.
He was on the phone while he was driving. Yeah, because I heard the car. Yeah, and him putting on his turn signal and stuff. But even that one, dude, that didn't sound bad at all. Like I was able to follow it all the way through. So you're doing good.
But I'm attacking it also from this standpoint of, you know, all the foulness and crap.
No, I understand. Yeah. Only you hear certain things that you don't like in there. I completely understand.
Only you can prevent forest fires. You know, I get it. What Let me ask the complicated. I don't know. Should we do another one?
Yeah.
Because I feel like people starting to arrive.
No, it's all good.
5 people arrived.
Yeah, man.
I haven't looked back yet.
Be all right.
Who do you have compassion for?
You want to start this one?
Oh man, he handed it off.
Dude,
I did the last one.
Like what singular person?
Who do you have? Who or what do you have compassion for? Like,
Oh, you know, I would say compassion, but I would say that I have a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Hold on. Trying to think of this word.
Oh, my bad.
that's all good.
Just don't touch my shit.
I think I believe in the potential of everyday person. I would say.
It's like a politician. Like, look, I can't answer your question, but here's the answer I want to provide.
Yeah, I would say that. I say that there's people don't take their potential seriously.
So you're saying you have compassion for those people?
I don't think the word is compassion. I think I have I guess the word is faith.
Faith.
That they could realize their,
Potential.
Yeah. Yeah, you totally just did a politician move right now.
compassion.
You are answering like your question. Either that or you have no compassion and you're just heartless.
No, I have compassion.
Nah, this dude's compassionate.
Like, I feel like I care about doing things ethically. So I think that's why I always, I try to promote the whole paying of musicians and people who are. I don't like the idea of the whole hooking up friends with free stuff.
Yeah.
Because I think even in the long run that still hurts both people. But if your friend's hooking you up, you should be able to pay them.
Yeah.
And vice versa, so that the money actually. People actually think about where that money is going, and it doesn't go to somewhere else. It goes to the people, and it allows you to make money, do something that you like doing, or
easier said than done for sure. But yeah,
That's
totally
ideal.
agree. I totally agree with that. Yeah.
What?
As far as me, shit. No, it's I have compassion. I guess like for compassion for everybody. Yeah. I don't really.
That's your answer. That general.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how else to answer that really, because I mean, like it's not one person in particular for sure. Just it's people on the street, maybe some homeless heads that don't have anybody to talk to. I'm at the bus stop and waiting with them, and you just treat them like a human being. I think that's just how you should treat everybody. Whether they have money or not. There's still people and. I mean, that's what I have compassion for. Just people in general, Just don't be a dick.
I got you. Next.
It's like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
see, I can answer the.
Oh, you got a real answer?
I just answered.
Okay, yeah, no, all right. I'm like, I was moving on to the next one.
Oh, it's okay.
Damn. Shit. You want to go fight right now?
we can.
We already had our fight.
Our confrontation.
Dude, like I think that's good though, like, cause it shows the passion we had. Because I mean, looking at it, you were like, even when I tell this story like to other people, I still like use like your perspective, like, cause you're still doing good too, because you're working with what you got, making these things happen at the time too. Wavies, right? That's what you were calling them, wavies.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh, shit, that's the name.
That was
really forgot.
That was a fun few months.
That was fun, man.
So I mean, like, this guy's coming out here with his mixer. Was the PA yours too, or no? Or was it theirs?
The speakers?
Yeah.
Those are his.
Okay, look at that.
Yeah, I was doing sound for him for a long time.
Okay. I don't think you were there that night.
No,
I probably wasn't there that night, no.
But yeah, like, so I'm like, he's making it happen too. Like with so I mean, like, I know you were coming from a good place too, but and then like, yeah, like now everything's worked out. There's a girl who like had Red Bull stayed the same, I guess she would be like the person I report to maybe like this year. But everything changed. So I guess the person I would report to now is in Dallas and stuff.
Yeah.
And like the whole company restructured and everything. But the only reason I know her is because I started doing this earlier, you know. But now she is kind of like one of the main people here in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
But like when I started, she wasn't. And my first thing with her was the same way like you. Like it was just
Is it just like miscommunication with people?
Yeah, because the person who was the boss at that time, I was super cool and she knew my attitude. So she knew how I acted and make fun of stuff sarcastically.
Mm-hmm.
And that day it was maybe like not the best day for me. So I'm making fun of things to try to make light of the situation.
Yeah.
And she's not used to that. So I just get like a text message and I get sent home that day, you know, like right when I got
Well,
there.
you're also from New York, man.
So they don't know that.
Yeah.
But then recently I just hung out with her like 2-3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we just hung out for like 6 hours. And it was just like, oh shit. Like, we're not working with each other. You're not, you know, like you're like, she was like an awesome person. But well, I mean, just started off real bad, you know? Like,
I can see, because I mean, I see where you come from after listening to these podcasts and stuff, and you know, how you talk with your people that you know really well, and I can see how people from Texas might misinterpret that as, you know, being rude or something, or confrontational or something.
No, I got the
I have an East Coast cousin, so
you have East Coast cousin?
Okay. East Coast cousins.
Yeah, cousins.
I go for over the New Jersey.
That's basically New York. That's
yeah. No, it's the same attitude though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I think that's also why, like, now that I've been here and a few other places, the perspective of like we're mean. You know what I mean? Or East Coast is mean, you know?
I don't think it's mean. I think y'all just say how it is.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that too. But
I mean, I understand how people in Texas.
But that's what I was saying. Like, like
fake nice.
That guy, fake nice. The guy that you said was asking you, like, hey man, hope you enjoyed your time here, and you were like, nah, I didn't.
Oh, that was a girl.
Oh, it was a girl. Oh, okay.
You know her too. You know.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna say it first, but I mean,
she don't listen to these shows, Alexis.
Okay, yeah.
If she does, I'm sorry.
I'm talking about she goes to electronic shows and stuff.
Yeah, the Gritty girl.
Gritty, yeah. So what show was it then?
We were just hanging out like here, but I hadn't seen her in a while, so I want to hang out with her. But it's just like, you know, I guess at that point too, she's going through some stuff, but it just wasn't a good time. Like it just seemed like not, you know, the best person like at that point, you know.
Just weren't feeling it. Weren't vibing.
Yeah, and there's one like from before where it would be like, you know, we could hang out to now. It just felt like now you just kind of just bar hopping for no reason. Like she's just not doing nothing, right? Like maybe she's just killing her night, you know.
So when you hang out with people, do you also want them to be like having like goal oriented and like, you know, doing stuff?
I feel like that definitely needs to be a thing at some point, because I think now I'm probably creating like that whole idea of like you are who the people you surround yourself with. But they don't have to be that too. But at the same time, like you can't be negative though, because like I don't know if you've heard me talk about, and I'll let you go. But I don't know if you heard me talking about my trumpet player. Like it's coming maybe in future shows. And he was just on the last show. So like he's been on the show too. Like, but that guy lives right in the same thing. He lives like 5 minutes from me. You know what I mean? So it was a point where we used to hang out with each other a lot. But I had to change that relationship to like, okay, like we can't be friends, but you can be my music friend. So when I'm doing something music related, you can be that. But it went from like he would just be hanging out and he would just be way too negative and depressed. So like I want to kill myself, or there's no point to doing it. It's like, look, man, like I don't want that around me. You know what I mean?
Around, you know?
And then he doesn't want to change. He's not even open to change.
I feel you.
So it's just like that's the type of shit. And like that night, it just seemed like, you know, maybe like she wasn't even nowhere near as bad as him. Mm-hmm. But it's just like, all right, well, this is the vibe, like, you know, like she has. It's like, why am I even trying to be around this, you know? So
I feel you. So I understand. I've been like that before, for sure, you know, because
I'm like that.
Yeah.
But then I'm like that, and then I get some type of confirmation, so you get like a little high for a few moments, and then after that you go back and they're like, man, this is a waste of time. I should just get
Yeah,
a regular.
Or like, what am I doing here? That type of shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you get down on yourself real quick.
Cause I think a lot of times I do all this shit, and it's just like you're always diving deep, so you're alone all the time, so you want to be around people, and sometimes you reach out to people and like, oh, okay, I should have just kept staying productive. Because there's other people too that I mean, damn, I don't know if show that show, but like fuck it, who cares? like so like yeah, like Jenna, like she's a real cool person, dude, and like I like her, she's awesome. I've known her for a long time since like she started, but hanging out with her. What's up?
It's a goth.
There's a goth chick.
No,
This is the most recent podcast.
Yeah,
right? Okay.
with the most recent, I guess, woman.
Mm-hmm.
But like she like hanging out with her for fun, and like now, it went from like when we were younger, we would go out pizza or something, or I like to drag everybody to Amy's.
Go to Amy's.
Fuck yeah, I was there last night. That's my bar. You know what I mean?
That's your spot.
Milkshakes and shit. Milkshakes for life. But now every time it's like we have to go to her place, and she's just getting high, like watching TV, and that shit's boring, dude. Like,
I feel you, man.
like I don't just want to be on your couch. Like I don't have a couch, but I could be on my couch. You know what I mean? Like
I know how it is, man. Like my friends will be out there, they're playing video games and stuff, and I want to interact and stuff and be part of that, but I just get bored too quick.
Yeah,
and I just be like, this is cool, man, but it's 4 hours into video games.
Mainstream too, so like now everybody does it, which you think would help me, but like when I like those things, just like all this, I want to dive deep, so I want to be god tier at the game, and those aren't even good environments to be god tier at that. So it's almost it frustrates me too. It's just like no one here is trying to be good. No one here is trying to make money from the game. Like no one here is like going at it.
You can't understand people like just relaxing.
No, I can't.
Yeah, it's like, man, we could be recording it. We could be doing something.
My relaxing is sleeping. And even I could like even sometimes being around some people. I think maybe I can understand.
But sometimes it can have the opposite effect. Like again, you get a lot of creative people who try to do a collective, and you get people who are over like creative, and they're just all these things going on, and we can't lock in any one idea.
Yeah. That shout out to them.
I mean, that's my experience. I've only had experience with a few people like that, but I mean, like
I wouldn't say it was being over creative as much as it was.
Yeah, I mean,
trying to fit a model.
Yeah, into something that wasn't even. I don't even know how to explain this shit.
I've had my collective problems too. Like the main one was probably like the first cast records. It was before I know you guys, but
you did that with Milo.
What?
That was like Milo and them, right?
It was Xylo.
That's pretty close.
The Xylo, me, Tomas Lizarazo, the guy playing tonight, and then I guess Jungle Noise, the band. But yeah, like everybody at that point, we're probably just too young, and we all wanted to do our own thing still, So like, we're just doing it under the same flag. Yeah. And probably Xylo didn't understand that this is a label because we said it is, not because it really is one. So I think he expects like real label treatment at that time. Like, labels should pay for everything, right? Or like, and it's like. That's
if
cool.
Big enough
to be
yeah, but we're not.
Enough,
but this is he didn't understand. Like this is DIY label. Like not like.
Can you imagine if like a DIY label was just like that? You just fucking get everything you want. Yeah, man, I want to go to Germany. Yeah, man, don't worry, we got it. We got you.
Yeah. I mean, that was one up to Subculture was. We did make money.
We did have money for projects, but
so like
after my release came out, like there wasn't really anything else that was set in stone.
Yeah.
And it was cool too because I mean we all brought in money and we had stuff to fund, but like I said, it just didn't pan out.
Alright.
And it sucked too, man. I think there was a lot of potential.
Now everybody split up. What are it'd be you two, but I feel like is the only one kind of still flirting with the music-ish, probably just Ernest, right? In terms of like being live, I mean, because I know
he's always been
Anthony
active.
gave me some songs, or Aaron gave me some songs. So he's like, I still make stuff, but I sound on the back burner for his projects, clearly.
Well, Aaron he's constantly doing music, but I mean he does everything. You know, he's just all over the place. Ernest has always been, I think he's always been playing music. Every time I saw him like 2010, 2009.
Yeah, he's an actual professional.
Since then, yeah, he knows the music.
He knows the music business. So.
He's been around, you know.
I just feel like with him, from the stories I've heard of him around that time, and I feel like he probably had an opportunity to maybe make it.
I think he was touring. He was touring.
Yeah. And I've heard stories of things that he's turned down. I feel like he could have probably been, like that probably could have been his thing, had not, maybe he didn't have the family, you know, if he didn't want to remain for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, or also, like, I feel like he's definitely a martyr for politics in this city, you know, like, which is nothing wrong with that, but I think, like,
a martyr for politics.
I guess it probably makes no sense with that, but martyr for the city is maybe what I meant to say.
Martyr for the city.
Like, instead of maybe doing what's right for him, he does what's right to build San Antonio up.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean. Or he does what's right
He'll
for
let
the
himself
cause.
suffer.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
He thinks it's for a better cause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing the charity shows, which is like, there's nothing wrong with that, but like almost only doing the charity shows, or like, which is, like I said, that's all fine.
It's politically active.
Yeah.
You know.
He didn't want to do the RBMA stuff because of, well, I know he's always going to say no because I just knew the attitude, but now this year his reason was, he shocked me because he told me, yeah, I want to do it. And I was like, that's not the Ernest I know. I think I even told him that. The Ernest I know wouldn't do this. And then like 10 minutes later, he's like, oh, I forgot. I think he said literally because of politics. But it was 3 months ago he shared an article, and he's like, I'll never do anything with Red Bull again. Like,
man,
it had to do with something like, you know, I don't know.
See, because I love Red Bull, man. And I can't quit that shit.
I don't like energy drinks at all.
What's that?
I don't drink any energy drinks.
Yeah, I'm not really about it either, even though obviously I'm the guy.
Yeah, it's like, should you have said that?
I don't care. Like,
What are you gonna do? Fire me?
yeah, like, I mean, I'm probably done anyway. So I mean,
they just stop contacting you or what?
well, I mean, like, the main power. It's just like all on Front Street, but the main power is really. Because, yeah, like, if we just take what this person's supposed to do, then you get paid once and you get the trip. And that's your main thing. But the main power is, like, you get a door open now. Like, if I want to contact those people, I can. So if it's really main power is networking. You know, that's the real main power. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of the trick to this world.
Oh, the world. My man said, fuck music. The world. Oh, the creative world. Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it goes hand in hand with anything, but I think especially in the creative world, networking is super important. Like, it's the first time I'm going to say this, but I've had 3 different SoundCloud accounts, and when I look back at, like, who followed me when I first started this and then look at where they are now, I'm like, man, I should have just kept that first one open, because
yeah,
same here, man.
Because I had that one open in like the
You actually had a cool following.
Like at least like I had there are fools now that have, you know, like 10,000 or whatever more followers now that were interested in what I was doing. And I was just starting out. I was like 20 years old.
Same here, man.
Fumbling around, and I had these fools who would like be interested in what I was doing.
I
was just doing it.
I had people in Finland following me, and then I made a new account, and I was like, I should have just stayed with them. They were also producers.
I had these mental fallouts.
Curious. Yeah, maybe you should keep going.
I hated the.
You hate the world.
I said yeah. Well, I'd get off of all of the social stuff. It was like, this is dumb.
I remember that.
Because
even when we're cool with each other, I'd be like, hey man, what's a good way? Like, there is no good way. There's just my number. There's just my
well, I have an email address.
Yeah.
But even with that mentality, it's still kind of work. It's still work, you know.
Well, like my thing is, so like, what made you guys make multiple aliases?
Mine was definitely circumstance. Like
On SoundCloud?
Yeah, or multiple SoundCloud. That's what I meant actually. Let's do that before you go into alias stuff. What made you make multiple SoundCloud accounts? Because my thing has always been, we are nobody. Why would you restart your fan base again and again and again? Everything, you know.
I guess I just wanted to separate like the vibes. I fucking hate saying, but yeah, because like I guess like one part of my life I was doing this, and that's what that sounded like, and then something else happened. This is part of my life. This is what this sounded like, and so on and so forth. I mean, that's really it. Because I think all my music sounds the same, obviously, because it's me. But it's definitely there's a different tone to each one, and I think they deserve their own, you know, space.
And well, that makes sense, but again,
it's not good to keep splitting yourself up. I've done like 4 aliases.
What was that? Your similar reason?
I just got disillusioned, and I was just. It's like none of this shit should matter. That's what I always told myself, and then.
It shouldn't, but
then I look back and it's like, man, that kind of did matter a little bit.
It shouldn't, but yeah, right. It actually did.
See, my friend. So like, I've always been against that, but you know what? The one friend who signed to like a real label that I have, he had 10 aliases and like 10 SoundCloud accounts. I'm not even shitting you. But the account that makes it is the alias that made it is his actual real name, which is like not even any of the aliases. This is the guy that I've mentioned before. He's on Paul Van Dyk's label. But the difference between, like, him, because I also bring him up a lot when I criticize people for being protective of their brand instead of, like, using it because they act like they're the shit when they're not yet, you know? Like,
oh, yeah, he's San Antonio.
Well, I mean beyond San Antonio. Just like, I think, like, my friend today who's playing in Austin, like, I think sometimes he's overprotective of the brand when it's like, dude, no one knows who you are. I think he does it out of fear of dilution, you know, of being just diluted, of overuse. But it's like no one knows who you are; it can't be diluted.
Yeah.
You know? But is that if they're trying to protect their brand, or like Xylo? Oh, he's a perfect example. You know how many songs he has on his SoundCloud right now? 1, but 48 of them are private. So he has 48, but they're
sounds
private.
Sounds about right, yeah.
And I'm like, why are you doing this? And yet his goal and dream, you hear him talk, is to make it, music's my life, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, I can't tell because even though you have over 24 hours of music, somehow the world thinks I have more than you, and I'm nowhere near as prolific as you, you know? But the difference is, so I think people like him, like he's, like I told you, he thought we were a real record label, even though we weren't. You're here seeing us make it, is... They're trying to get saved like the record label, and that was one of the things I always would criticize like this guy for, who did make the record label. But the difference between him and them is that he would email like thousands of record labels every single day, the demo, you know? So kept it private for a reason.
Because he's sending it out.
And he's actually sending it out versus these people who keep it private for the time that will come when Jesus comes and saves us. Like, what are you waiting for? You know what I mean? Like, because they're not mailing people out. So I don't understand. Like, if you're really going to be DIY, well, it's like be DIY all the way versus not, you know? I feel like everybody stopped and just stared at us.
I know.
I was like...
Now we wrap it up soon.
Yeah. That was my thing. I just do it. Just be super... honest about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Be honest.
It works out. I think it's been working out.
Keep it real, but don't keep it too real because you'll never get anything done. Because then you start getting all fucking abstract about it, and you're just like, well, nothing matters, and I'm just gonna kill myself, whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that.
The other reason why you were talking about I put a lot of content out. The other reason why I do this is like all this crap. I mean, you see, I do the stories, I do everything. It's like all this is just training. I don't care about this. If I cared about, I mean, not I don't care about this, but I don't care about using like the stories.
This and
but like, if I really cared about like the stories, like I'd be out here like Snapchatting myself with filters and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't really do that. You know what I mean? I might do it once every while just because I know like people get bored of an ad. They need crap. You know. The tech is right. What is it? Jab, 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 right hook. You know, give them value 3 times. And
Give
then
them what value?
3 times. So that's the jab 3 times. And then the right hook is they're like, hey, I give you value. Want to buy my book or whatever it is, like want to support my product. So that's how I like treat the stories. Like I know people want gimmicky bullshit. You want pictures of my dog. You want this. I don't know why, but they want it. And then, hey, here's an ad, Boost Life 18, whatever it is. But whether any of my shit works on there or not, it doesn't matter because now that I'm in the mode of working social media, I'm going to be ready for when the next one comes. Because like you guys just said, you both had followings on SoundCloud. But if you were more aware that SoundCloud wasn't just for music, it was a form of social media at the time, you guys might have blown up, because you would have used it appropriately, like.
I definitely wouldn't have, but maybe he would. I'm pretty sure.
But you never know, because the thing is with a lot of these things, when you're the first guy there, like a lot of the original YouTubers who were just vlogging, who were not even famous, but that was the content they had. They blew up. Same thing with the original Instagrammers. Yeah, there's 10,000 sexy women now, but that first girl, she got it whether she was the sexiest or not, and same thing for SoundCloud.
But it's also good to be able to look back and be like, if you're ever feeling like you weren't doing anything special, you can look back and be like, man, this person, when they didn't have very many followers, were into what I was doing, and maybe I should keep going.
Well, there's that too, and then like the other thing too, I do like if you take my SoundCloud, you click playlist, and you take my YouTube, and you click playlist. Even though the booshmanstaff YouTube doesn't have everything I've done, but the playlist has everything I've done ever on YouTube. You click those 2 things; those are like my living resumes, and like I'm like that probably looks better than my actual resume because I haven't spent any time on my actual resume.
No, this is your resume right here, man. You're on the iTunes app, the podcast app.
Yeah,
that's your fucking resume right there, man. It's a lot of.
And that's only one. That's only one of many other things.
Yeah, man, you got it, man. You got it dialed in, and you seem to be on a roll, and you seem to be like you got that momentum going.
Yeah.
And
I'm like a Flex Pavilion song. I won't stop,
Flex Pavilion.
If we want to go to the 90s, I thought I told you that we can't stop. Puff Daddy,
So yeah, I think we'll eventually get. I mean, I think for forum, it's a slow build.
Yeah.
We'll get there. I'm in no rush. I don't know about we're on the same page.
Yeah.
See, that's why I gravitate toward this dude because
there you go.
We're both on the same page about that. Yeah, just keep it chill and have fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think even when we do like little house parties, well, when I would do house parties for Subculture, dude, we'd get fucking 50, 60 people in a house.
Yeah.
And they would stay after the beer was done because, they were really feeling the music and shit. And like that we got more reach from that than a fucking show at the Mix. Where we got like 4 requests a night, for a Drake
the house
track.
shows, we never got any requests.
Yeah.
People just came out.
Yeah, jamming out, having fun. Again with the free beer. Gotta do that bait and switch bullshit.
There's a lot of I think I can't remember this band. There's a band from the 70s. I'm hearing this song, but I don't want to hum it out. Every time I hum something out, and you guys don't guess shit.
We should just do that, man. We should just have a show where you just
where
like
we can do
where you try to guess the track that you're singing.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh man, I'm hearing it. It's like it's like Wayward something. Wayward.
I don't know.
I don't know.
70s like rock song, Wayward Brother or something. But yeah, like their show where they got signed is like they knew like some popular people were gonna like some important A&R people were gonna be there, and they're like, we need to pack this house, and they free beered the house, like,
nice.
And and then now they're like a legendary band right now, but yeah, man.
No shit.
So that I feel like a lot of people's story is like free beer, like
free
the foundation of the successful musician.
Fucking people just want to get fucked up, man.
Yeah.
I think that Pondose show was successful.
It was.
Yeah, that was good.
And then I left my bag.
Had I had this lens, everybody would have been filmed. Had I had this lens, that Spider-Man 4 on the floor, he totally would have got filmed.
Spider-Man 4.
Because he was moving a lot on the floor. Like I didn't.
But no, that was a perfect example of the kind of shows that I would like to do.
Because it had both the DJ, producer, and it had kind of a noisier thing, you know?
Yeah.
And it didn't feel out of place. Nothing for me. Nothing felt like even though with AF Tenacious being like the main head, him at the end, it didn't feel like the things leading up to it were awkward or out of place. They're completely different, but it didn't feel like there was a disconnect.
Everyone wants to do these one genre shows, especially. I want to talk shit, but like like drum and bass. Yeah. They just want strictly drum and bass.
I just talked to. Do you know Angel Killer in Austin?
No.
She's a drum and bass DJ. But anyway, like Plus has those drum and bass nights, and she's one of the people who does them. And I was like, wouldn't it be interesting if I could get Starfighter Dreams to play with them? Because he technically has drum and bass music.
He does, yeah. He does everything, man.
And like she said she didn't say no because she's not even the leader, but she told me right away the same thing you just said. They're not gonna want to be a part of this at all. But she linked me with someone else.
But fuck that, like because all you end up doing is alienating.
Yeah, everybody,
man. And then like I know there's people in the drum and bass scene, which of course like they've been doing it for years, but they like to announce like while they're DJing, like I've been doing this for so and so years and blah blah blah.
They do a David Rodigan speech.
No, because David Rodigan, like that dude actually has something to say. He has something to say. These people aren't saying anything. Like you're playing to an empty bar and you're yelling over your track saying that you've been doing this for fucking 10, 15 years. Nobody cares, man. Just play the music. Yeah. Or how about this? Just mix it up a little bit, man. Like why does everything have to be drum and bass? Yeah. You want to hear 4 to 5 hours of straight just drum and bass? No, man.
Yeah.
Also, bringing in different acts like that maximizes the potential to bring in different types of people
and communities, man.
Open to new sounds.
Maybe they didn't know that they like this, Like maybe they didn't know that they like actually. This dude who's doing a noise set is actually pretty dope. I never thought I'd be into it, but you have that right after someone does like a juke or a footwork set. Or a dubstep set or whatever. Yeah. You diversify.
I think a lot of us who are DIY people, one of our dreams probably was to just at some point or another have a venue so that we could just do whatever we want.
I just texted this. Yeah. That's still the goal, man.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I probably wanted that venue for years to just mainly to just stream it because I felt that would be a good way. Because I've stopped, I've always been like, yo, the internet will save us.
But you see,
you don't think that? Why?
Because nothing can replace being, like, even though.
No, I want people there too, but I also always wanted to stream it. But when I say the internet will save us is I'll be less reliant on getting the San Antonio normal locals to come. And more like if you can make this place the famous place like Low End Theory is famous. Like people go to LA just to go to Low End Theory.
You just want to reach people?
That's what I mean. What?
You want to reach people?
Yeah. So that like now people would want to come to San Antonio not because I want to see the Riverwalk, but I want to go to this place because they always have some ridiculous music I've never heard of in my life. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Man.
That's how I found out through the Low End Theory podcast.
Yeah, but they don't even keep up with that, right?
No, they're done with that. They're pretty much they don't
it's dead already,
that.
Right?
Yeah. They still have the shows. Like
they have a submit form, but that I feel like they don't use that either.
No, they're like autopilot.
Yeah.
Like everyone's It's not. They're not on top of it the way.
Yeah, I've been there once. It was alright. I mean,
Low End Theory.
Yeah, like I think, because again, like I said, I don't enjoy shows like that. If you went
10 years ago.
That would have been when all the legends were there, yeah. But what was cool still, though, it was like, this is the first time I see a successful beat night. A successful beat night, so successful, they have 2 stages going on at once. It's pretty crazy. You know what I mean?
They have it worldwide.
Oh, yeah, but those aren't consistent, though, right? It's not every Wednesday in Japan.
No.
Yeah. Like,
but still.
Yeah, it's the brand.
The fact that you can put that out there and people are going to show up regardless.
Oh, shit. Eps are called right now. Hold on. Y'all want to wrap this up a little bit?
Yeah, I will do the life questions another time. We'll finish that up. You got, let's do the plugs first. Where do y'all want people to go? Plugs, like, where do you... He's like, I don't know. I never want people to follow me. I don't like those social media.
Oh, those kind of plugs.
Yeah.
you can follow me on Instagram, Jace_Spockey.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm most active and like where I post most shit. We have forum_sound for Instagram, but we need to add some more to that. Yeah, use it. But yeah, you can follow us there and
forumsound.net. That's up and it looks all right, but
no one gave out their SoundCloud, even though y'all both got it.
Ain't happening, man.
I'm gonna still link it there, but I just found that funny that both of y'all.
We just talked about how SoundCloud's going under, man. Come on.
But it still works. Russ put out 3 songs this week. I don't know if y'all know who that is or not.
Many people.
R&B singer?
No, he's a rapper. I can talk for hours about Russ. I won't. But anyway, Russ, long story short, he's the guy he's probably maybe the last SoundCloud superstar because it is going under. But he put out, let's say, 50 to 100 songs on SoundCloud, 1 song a week.
He's
he's that guy. So and finally it blew up, and then everything blew up. So yeah, now he's been putting out. He put out 3 songs this week or 4 songs this week on SoundCloud. Even after his album just went platinum.
Oh man, I'm not trying to get out of this spot. I need to take this.
So yo, here, real quick, say last words.
Bacon.
There you go. You got any other last words, X?
Do you? But not to the extent that it kills you.
There you go. That's probably advice to me. All right, Joe. Bake that chicken, smoke that turkey.
Okay. Boom. Big Shack. Old time Afni. Scoop no. Rap no. Usna. Old time the girl them as well. Boom. 2 + 2 is 4. -1, that's 3. Quick maths. Everyday man's on the block. Smoke trees. See your girl in the park. That girl was a octopus. When the thing went quack, 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 you man were ducking. Old tight Afni. He's got a pumpy. Old tight my man. He's got a frisbee. I trap on the road. Moving that cornflakes. Rice crispy. Old tight my girl Whitney. Perfect. On the road doing 10 toes. Lama toes. You man fought, I froze. I see a pen girl, then I pose. If she's not on it, I boast. Look at your nose. Nose long like garden hose. You get me? I said man's not hot. I said a man's not hot. The girl told me take off your jacket. I said babes, man's not hot. I said man's not hot. I said a man's not hot. The girl told me take off your jacket. I said babes, man's not hot. Hop out the 4-door with the 440. It was 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chilling in the corridor. Your dad is 44, and he still call a man for a draw. Let him know, when I see him, I'm gonna spin his jaw. Take man tricks by force, send man shot by force. Your girl knows I've got the force. No ketchup, just sauce. Raw sauce. Boom, yo. The thing goes up. The girl told me take off your jacket. I said babes, man's not hot. I said man's not hot. I said a man's not hot. The girl told me take off your jacket. I said babes, man's not hot. Yo, man can never be hot. Perspiration thing. Links effect. Yo, you don't know. Don't take me for one of these boys and you know what I'm saying? Man's really about it. The thing goes up. And the boom. Skia. Boom. You don't know.